Let's talk about music. Do you like music?
Obviously, as a big fan of music, I would say all the time I prefer to hear several type of music. So I would like to say there have enormous music in my country such as pop, hip hop, R&B or classic rock. So among them I like classic pop and it is very significant in my life because whenever I feel very sad, that moment I prefer to hear the classic rock. So definitely I like music.
Do you often listen to music?
Well, it's my cup of tea. As a music lover, I would say from morning to evening, I like to listen several type of music. So I think music is part and parcel in my day-to-day life. I cannot imagine a day without hearing music. For example, couple of years ago, when I was a schoolboy, that moment I hear several type of music. Even though I like to collected several type of music, not only from my bosom friend but also from the senior who had enormous knowledge about the music. On the top of that, I like to share my opinion and feelings about the music to the other person, like as siblings, neighbor, bosom friend, and so on.
When do you listen to music?
Well, as far as I am concerned, there I have no limited time to hear the music. As a music lover, I would say, especially at the time of morning, I prefer to hear the music because that moment my mind and body looking very fresh. So it is the perfect and suitable time to hear the music. If I talk about the outside of my residence, like as park, restaurant, or beside the river, it is the another perfect place to hear the music. Whereas I can boost my energy and refresh my mind by hearing several type of music. On the top of that, at the time of hanging out with my friends, I prefer to hear music. So as a music lover, I would say it actually mixture with my blood.
How much time do you spend listening to music every day?
Well, each day 5 to 6 hours I prefer to spend for the music, especially at the midnight, whereas every person in my residence were to sleep. That moment I prefer to listen the music because it is the perfect and safe zone to hear the music. What is more, on the top of my building, whereas several type of seat, and I prefer to take a seat by watching the moonlight, and it is the suitable and wonderful moment to hear the music. Whereas I can refresh my mind and read my actual mood. So, as a music lover, all the time I prefer to hear the music.
What kinds of music do you like to listen?
Well, there have plenty of music in my country which are related to sadness, happiness, romantic action. Among them, I prefer to romantic music and it is very suitable and favorite for me. I like that music for various reasons. Firstly, it's remove my stress and refresh my mind. Secondly, since my birth, I prefer to hear the music. On the top of that, I have a great feelings about that loving music. So definitely I like romantic music.
Have you ever been to a concert to listen music?
Definitely, couple of days ago, when I was in Dhaka, I had appeared on a wonderful and suitable concert hall, which was related to a music, and there played several type of music, and I think there had enormous people who love several type of music, and every person made a laugh to hear the music. And of course, I had made a fun and enormous funny moment with my friends. So definitely I had admitted on a concert hall which was related to music.
Do you like to listen live music?
Obviously, it's my cup of tea. Whenever I hear that there would be a live music, without delay or hesitation, I prefer to attend there because firstly, I have a great feelings about the live music, and secondly, I can make shout a lot, and of course, I have a chance to take several type of photos with the singer. On the top of that, at a time, several types of people are attend there and make a laugh. So obviously, I can make a lot of noise and happy moment with the others. So definitely, I always prefer to attend on a live music.
When did you start listening to this type of music?
Well, I strongly remember couple of years ago when I was a schoolboy. That moment I had started to hear the music by the direction from my older and wonderful brother because he had a great collection about the music, and I had a interesting moment with the music, and of course from that day I prefer to hear the music.